I forgot what a pain in the ass it was streaming from the stupid Xbox. Okay, everything sounds good. Hello everyone, welcome. Well, we bought this game a while ago. I was going to stream it right away, and then my Xbox controller shit the bed, and I couldn't afford to get a replacement for seriously months. But now we have a fresh controller, and we're going to play Pentiment. It had an 11 gig update, and so that took forever. You know what? I'm sorry, I gotta clean my glasses before we start. I didn't realize how bad my glasses were. So, I've forgotten what this game even is. I think it's like kind of a puzzle game, but like, it kind of like, I can't remember that game that was all like medieval paintings that we did. But, I'm not 100% sure. It did say, when I brought it up on Twitch, they were like, ooh, this game is mature. Don't stream this to kids. And I was like, yeah, no shit. No kids should be watching my stream anyway. Really, no one should be watching my stream anyway. So, first off, let's see what options are. On, okay. God, I wonder if there's anything in here that'll get me copyright struck. You know what, let's, I'm old. Let's bring this up a little for the stream. Oh my god, it uses like every button. This game looks so complicated. Alright. Alright, new game. I have no idea what we're getting into. Alright, I'm getting quizzed. I mean, I can read that. I can't imagine why... Alright, whatever. We'll use stylized fonts. Can we just play the game? Christ, Resident Evil fucking 4 Remake had less options. Oy. Hello, Lady M. This is a game called Pentiment. Okay, that's a stone. Alright, hold on a second. I gotta open this damn thing. It's like a weird point-and-click game. Sorry, I'm trying to get my stupid can of Arizona open before we start. And since I don't really have fingernails, it's sometimes very difficult. So yeah, I finally got a new Xbox controller. I've been sitting on this game for months. Okay, move stone, press stone. I'm erasing shit. Oh, that's in Latin anyway. In principio, et verbum eret bum. Oh, fuck this. There we go. So I have no idea what this game is. Just the visuals really caught my eye. I drink water all the time. I drink 3 bottles of water a day at work on top of a Gatorade. Every day. And then I have water at night. Usually. If I'm not streaming, I won't drink anything other than water after 10. Pentiment. I go through a case of water every week or two. Believe it or not. It's why I pee so much. Yeah, because I like to keep energy up with like sugary drinks. But I'm not allowed to have soda after dinner either. Italia! Pacific Barbaria, Holy Roman Empire, April 1518. So I expect to do a lot of bad accents. An artist sleeps. An artist's mind. I guess we'll Obi-Wan the exposition. Oh dear. Alright. And the I guess we can Gandalf the main character. That's easy enough. And the abbot said to me, Andreas. Oh, okay. Keep your conversations with Brother Piero to a minimum. We'll go with a business-like. I only had hot dogs tonight. I won't get to go food shopping until Sunday, so I'm already pretty much bare minimum. Isn't that much earlier than you were expecting? Yes, he told me I had until the Ides of May. Oh god, this guy's a bad speller. We're gonna get off to a great start. Arsehole! And he's not gonna pay you anymore, is he? He has no appreciation for the cost of your sweat. Is that the jester or the devil? The yield of labor should not be measured in coin, but in personal satisfaction and self-improvement. Personal satisfaction doesn't put much food on the table, though, does it, E.E.? How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? Should I be an asshole? I mean, what's the difference? End of April or beginning of May? Doesn't this seem arbitrary? I said it'd be done by the April. With discipline and mindfulness, you will persevere. Oh no, that's this guy. Socrates. Oh, it's Socrates. Jesus. With discipline and mindfulness, you will persevere. If you don't kill yourself striving to meet the abbot's unreasonable expectations. What she said. What's the point of burning your candle to the nub for an idiot abbot's sake? Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. Yeah, I don't know what's going on either. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where you will be put on trial for war crimes, where marriage and your new life as a master await you. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher, or a eunuch. Oh, Jesus, then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty, at least? I don't know. They said they were going to send me a picture, but they're still painting the portrait. Oh. I might have to go with the one I already said. The small portrait they sent was lovely, but we artists can be flatterers. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Ah, true, your majesty. Will you visit us again soon? I'm wondering if the spelling errors are the ones they want me to take. Hopefully, but it's out of my control, your majesty. As are many things, trust in providence. Grobian, please see Andres safely home. Of course, your majesty. Until next time, Andres. Until next time, your majesty. Well, that was... Pay no mind to those other fools, Andreas. I am on a ship of fools, literally. I never do. Ow! At least I would if they'd stop stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. Then what are you? I know old John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. And I say we get fucking shit-faced. Yeah, I think everybody's gonna need a drink. Don't let them run you ragged, boy. See again, Push. What's with the spelling errors? It will be fine. I don't want to cause any trouble. That's no way to think about it. You need to stand up for yourself. God damn it, that's twice. That's it, your ass is going overboard. Ah! Would you please stop? Did he just knock me out? Oh, okay. Thank you, Bob. Take me home, Grobian. As you wish, Andreas. Good morning, Ursula. Ursula? Shouldn't you have tentacles? What? Ikulimandir? Oh, I forgot you were born without a tongue. Time to get up. The Baron, April 1518. A few more pages back to the Abbey. Oh, okay. Okay. I really should clean this up. But I'm still drunk. The Picatrix Key of Solomon, the Heptameron. Prior Ferenc keeps forgiving me all these books. I couldn't finish reading that, holy shit. I'm not tired yet, perhaps after Compline. Okay. Yo ho, a penitent's life for me. Hello, Ursula. And I do hope we get your hair lip fixed. Hello, Clara. Sure there's nothing over here, no shinies. Wait, what was this? Gardner guest room. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Quite well, actually, thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some rye you like from the Albans.
Okay. Oh, that sounds lovely.
Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey, but I told him to piss off.
Otto stopped by.
Yes, around dawn.
Oh, I was still asleep in the arms of the horse master.
Here you are, Andreas.
That's too kind of you, Clara. My thanks.
Asked Andreas if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could we, bump uglies? You know what I mean? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today?
Bitch, please.
And if we raised it by 2 groschen? I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it. Even more than usual, I mean.
I'm not sure he what? I'm not sure how to respond to this. Rent wasn't due until the beginning of May. Interesting. I have a good, intermediate. I have. Okay, we've got good, bad, and Swedish. On the other hand, she might think she can keep asking me for advances on the rent.
Oh, bless you, Andreas, and may St. Luke watch over you today.
Oh, God bless you. Why was God?
Speaking of St. Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it?
Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the Divine Office that Prior Ferink allows me to work on my masterpiece. There's a lot of exposition in this game. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The City Council doesn't require it to become a master. Whoops. I'm making it mostly to show clients and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own.
From Nuremberg to a university and now travelling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas.
Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after... some wandering.
It must be rather frightening, starting all over again.
It is, but I know it... Uh-oh. Not many people get to decide that. That will be remembered. I just got a telltale.
Certainly not anyone in Tassing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful.
Well, it's hard to say until it's done.
That's no way to think about it. I'm sure it will be a treasure when it's finished. Now I have to get back to my own work. My own masterpiece of cleaning out the privy. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper.
Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper.
Of course. Please say hello to the Druckers for us. Oh, and pay the fucking rent, you deadbeat.
Of course. Until later, Clara.
Hello, Andreas. Oh, that's it? Just hello, Andreas?
Hello, Clara. Can you spare a moment to chat?
Of course, Andreas. How can I help?
I was wondering if I could help you with your tax problems. I like to diversify.
Oh, Andreas, you're always our guest and tenant. Besides, it's far too much for one person to pay alone.
It can't be much. It's less than your farm is small.
Oh, the Abbey increased the tax, so now we owe 2 guldens to the Abbey. If you can't pay your rent early, that's all right. I'm sure we can find some way to pay the Abbey.
No, no, I'll have the payment. I was just curious. I chose good, actually.
Ah, I see. Peter's too proud of a man to ask for charity, and there's still grounds to till. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked you about rent in the first place. You're young and have your own life ahead. And seemingly coins falling out of your arse.
I'm happy to pay early. You've been a good host. Yada, yada, yada.
Bless you, Andreas. Don't mention this to Peter, all right? He would hate to know I told you about our troubles.
God keeps popping up late in these things and in red. He won't know a thing.
Thank you, Andreas.
Until later, Clara. Anything left to say, Ursula? No. Goddamn, ADD was a bitch even back in the 1500s. Well, why is this fucker just lying on his ass? Sir, you've got a chicken in your cornfield. Let's talk to ill Peter first. Ugh, God bless you. Andreas, I've been here for months. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Andreas, right. This weather's been god-awful, I assume, yeah. This town's gone to shit since my days. Well, things very different when you were young. As different as beer and piss. Oh, I can't tell the difference between those these days. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Puncher to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Matthias knew that God was in our hearts even if the White Lady's name was on our lips.
That sounds a little blasphemous, sir.
You think the spirits are doing this because they haven't... because you've abandoned them? Sharper than you do, eh? The saints weren't the first to watch over Tussing. My father knew that. Old Ran and Kemper knew that. That bastard Abbott may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive. I've got his golden idol in the back under a pile of shit. Like the old widow, Otilia. Yes, yes, she's always hangs a door frame with lavender to keep the spirits out. Even if it doesn't help with spirits, it does smell nice. I suppose. My nose rotted off last year. I just know it helps with ghosts and witches and whatnot. should go. You obviously have COVID. Alright. God bless you. Okay, let's get the fuck out of there. Andreas. Okay, so he's not talking. Pardon me, sheep. I wish to go this way. Sheep, don't make me fuck you. It's still legal. Oh, there we go. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big George. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plough, and it took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. That's what she said. Ha ha ha, I've got to go. You off to the Abbey. Every day but Sunday. Right. Thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming, no? I should have given him a Norwegian accent. But the red hair just made me think Scottish. It just smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been travelling too much. Where was it you spent your wanderach before you came to Tossing? Wait, what? Hey, whoa, what is all this horse shit? Hold on. Basel. Andrea knows some Italian and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Press and hold to confirm your choice. Andreas knows some Dutch and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. Milan, darling, Milan. Supermodels. Pah! I think I'm gonna... Although he's got an... No capes! I've already given him a British accent, though, so I would imagine... But none of these are British. So... I think we're gonna go Italy. I mean, this is just where he traveled lately, so... Italy. Florence for a while, but Venice and Milan as well. Italy? No wonder your senses are dull. You've been down there too long. Spend enough time in these mountains, and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. Over the stench of your own body. How long will that take? 10, 15 years. I don't think I've got that long, Big George. What'd you spend all that time in Italy doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. Eating pizza, learning how to fuck, there's lots of things. Yeah, I'm in Bavaria, but I was wondering about his background. Yeah, that's true, but I'm giving everybody British accents. Hedonist? Wait. Why can't I read all of these, though? How do you... Andreas seeks out pleasure wherever he goes. He's extremely social, but I can't read the rest. Craftsman. Andreas lives to work and dedicates all his time to his art. Bookworm. Andreas spends all his non-working free time reading as many books as possible. Rapscallion. Andreas has a passion for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fist fights. Andreas devotes much of his time to self-promotion. I think he's just an artist. Although, fuck me, hedonist would be absolutely hysterical. But that's not the way I'm doing this guy. I've already set him up to be going home. He's very practical craftsman. Other than that, nothing. It's what I was here for. Oh, what I was there for, excuse me. Yeah, yeah, no. I don't even like people. Art is the whole point, Big George. The craft. I don't have time for anything else. Oh, sorry I asked. Anyway, I have to get going. George, let's go. Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andres. Until later, I don't know. No, I don't mean you. I mean people. Like, I don't get along with... I don't like people. As a group. Individuals are fine. Let's go to the town commons. Oh dear God. Should I talk to the blacksmith? Man, maybe I should have been writing these voices down. Hold on a minute. I need a drink. I'm already dry. Alright. Ow, Andreas! Good timing! Do you have a moment to lend me a hand? Of course. Wonderful! I've got too many irons in the fire! little blacksmithing joke. Or rather, shoes and horseshoes. I miscounted how many I put in. Now I need a hand, else they'll overheat and I won't be able to work the metal. Here, take this shoe and the tongs. Put the hot part of the shoe on the anvil and I'll hit it with the hammer. Faster! Oh. Good. Next one. These don't look like regulation horseshoes. They look terribly made. Ah, well done. See? Sure it work. Thanks for the help, Andreas. I don't know what I was thinking, doing all of those at once. It sure would be nice to have someone to help me out here every day. Have you considered a child? Have you considered an apprentice? I have. None of the boys in the village seem interested. Keep at them. I bet you could get Brett Drucker. Ha! Class would have my head if I tried. I don't know. It sounds to me like we're going to have a lot of voices in this one. Anyway, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'll see you and Otto up by the Abbey guest house for dinner. Until then. Andrew Jesus. Andrew shit Smithy. Andrew shit Smithy, I just lost track. It's so much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey. Oh, his personal is quite a bit smaller, yes. Jesus Christ, how many sheep can you have in one place at one time? Martin, please, can you give me your hand here? I don't have that many female British accents, what the fuck? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them. That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Morning, Andreas. Excuse us. One of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. No, brother. Alright, let's see. Should I offer help? Oh, only medium and evil. Perhaps helping others also helps us. It allows us to feel useful inside of that idiot Martin should be helping them. Yell at him, give him a good scare. I want to do the bad one. But I'm not even a local, and I'm an artist. How scary could I possibly be? Then again, I don't know anything about sheep, and it'll probably just get in their way. I want to be bad in this one. What an idiot, are you going to help them? Mind your own business, arsehole.
Martin, that's enough! And Andreas, leave the discipline to my mother.
Oh, look. There's that major... There's something going on up at this Steiner's place. Who's that on a horse that looks rich? I don't know, Martin, but Lucky is giving him an earful. God, I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding, when Johan pulled his pants down. And shit on the wedding cake. Yes, I know, it's like a Telltale game. Knock two of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. Do you think he's a noble? He looks really rich. Damn it, Martin, stay out of trouble for once.
What an Eddie? Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now?
Andres, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get his sheep under control. Of course. See you later.
Now see, why does that have an X next to it? Like, is that... I don't know if X means good or bad.
We'll get around to his voice eventually, too. You have chosen poorly. Oh my god, this place is huge. Okay, the church is that way. Okay, so I can't even go up to those guys. Oh! You're probably correct. Klaus! Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Morning, Klaus. Another day in the Abbey, another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You're still coming by for supper tonight? Marie and Bert would love to see you. You really need to see the new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Ugenspiegel. I didn't realize Father Thomas lets you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas. He's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from. Adventure stories of questionable moral outlook. He doesn't mind those that much, actually. No? As long as they don't get too carnal. Okay, you've been around sheep too long, haven't you, Klaus? So, supper tonight after Vespers? Wait, is this the guy I'm supposed to be meeting for dinner? I could do via moose and squirrel. I think we're gonna go through a lot of voices. Of course, thank you. Great. I'll tell Marie and Bert you're coming. See you then. See you later. Why is your house locked? What kind of game is this? Okay, we spoke to Klaus, but we can speak to him again? Morning, Andreas? Shouldn't you be going? Oh, shit. Hey, look who it is! It's me! I can just use my voice! Yay! God bless Master Mailer? Okay. I hope your week is going well. I'm a priest. Thank you, Father. It's going quite well. I'm just on my way up the hill for work. Good. Good, Andreas. I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? Oh, excuse me. I had a little trouble. Had a little trouble saying that. We shall see. Das Boot. He'll probably make a Das Boot joke. I just stayed up today, Saturday. I don't want to get into an argument with him about this. Alright, we're not doing that. Mass can be an uplifting experience. Alright, there's no need to argue. I should make a better effort to get to Sunday Mass. Yes, I apologize, Father. I'll be there Sunday. You don't have to make a promise to me, but our salvation is contingent on, Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor! Master Mailer, this is Lorenz, Baron of Rothvogel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbors were so welcoming. Yeah, you know. So, what brings you to our little town? My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck, and it was terribly dull. More. There's a little bit of joke overload going on. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these alpine cities. This place has crawling with nobles for the Emperor's diet. I think that's diet, not diet. The Emperor? Was he there? Did you see him? I wasn't suing. Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I don't want to bother him or the painter. Ooh. I don't think... Although, we did... This is my background. How was Venice, my lord? I lived there only a few years ago. Oh, fascinating. Well, the city's Jews now live in their own quarter in the north. Maybe I should have given this guy the German accent. The city's artists are still producing wonderful work. Titian, in particular, is a god. No offense, Father. Of course, you just bring as many false idols up as you want. You're fucking rich. Gentlemen, this is the war room. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make the visit to
Riasau? Ugh. I hear Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. Yeah, great loss for the Abbey and for us all. Let me step up and inherit the place, though. Indeed. By good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Historia Tespi Ibus. Oh, the Tespi he was reading during my last visit. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Yeah. Well, look at the time. According to the sundial, I gotta get back to praying. But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tasping's past later. I commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey through Father Gounod, and I have come to check on its progress. Oh, my lord, if you have come to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Mailer here. Oh, excuse me, geez, I'm yawning already. Not quite a master yet. I still have to marry and be approved by our city council. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping in the Abbey scriptorium. A Nuremberger artist working in an Abbey scriptorium in 1518. Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Of course, my lord. It would be an honor. Wonderful. It's so rare to find someone in the countryside who knows anything about art. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Did the Abbot invite me? How many dinners am I having tonight? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do? Refuse us? Okay. Excellent. We will see you then. Klaus, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Mailer. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. Ooh, this is a talky one. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Excuse me. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old not to yet be a master. You said you were unmarried. No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt. Erfurt, wonderful. The same university as Martin Luther. Martin Luther King went there? I have a dream. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, you may have even met him. Did you? You must tell me. No, he was a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. I agree wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. They probably don't like him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the church. This is getting weird and blasphemous. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gounod does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. I love how they misspell educated. Forgive me, didn't you go to college? You speak like you did.
Ha, no, my family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all of the books and tutors a child could dream of. Most kids don't dream of books and tutors, my friend. Hello, Kirok! Oh, work shit again, huh? Alright, have a good night, sir. uh, I love all knowledge, from Aristotle and Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus, and everyone in between and yet to come. I have misjudged the Baron. He's quite well read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? God damn, these spelling errors are fucking with me. Thank you, Kirok. Have a good night. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another educator. Oh, did you learn your doctorate? No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working toward a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? No! Sorry, I was totally distracted by that beetle floating. Not theology. Not law either. Medicine? All things medical, studying the latest and greatest texts coming out of Italy. Yes! The Italians continue to innovate in that area. Extraordinary, really. Fascinating work. Who knows what secrets we may yet learn about the human body in the decades to come. Oh, you will be amazed. We learned how to make cocks out of cunts and cunts out of cocks. It's amazing. You, if I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again. Curse you, Lawrence Rothgull. Perched as dogs tearing you to pieces would be too kind of fate. Now I'm leaving. Ah, these rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? Hospitality, oh boy. Here we go. Not my place. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, yes? Did you have a favorite subject? Oh my god, I want to be an alchemist. Just... Heavenly bodies, you say? I believe we're going to be a logician. Logic, geometry, and arithmetic. Oh, arithmetic. Not my strong suit. Quite interesting for an artist. Was Aristotle's organon the foundation of your study? Organon. Yes, the organon for logic and Euclid's elements for geometry, but the past few centuries have yielded wonderful new texts on logic. Peter Abelard provided the foundation of scholastic philosophy and established the primacy of Aristotle's work. The Englishman William of Ockham gave us the Summa Logica, arguing nominalism against Platonic realism. And of course, Thomas Aquinas gave us the tools to employ both faith and reason in the pursuit of truth. Wow, you are fucking boring. All monks and friars, of course. A great deal of work to force Aristotle to fit within the Church's vision of truth. Is that so wrong?
I question that these great men should have had to wrestle logic into what the church established by fiat and force. And your other studies? Was there anything else you excelled at?
Oh, I was also a champion knitter.
Oh, we get to pick two! This seems awful dangerous, but I kind of want to do it. It's between this and Latinist. Like, you would think a guy who is studying medicine and art would speak very strong Latin.
I focused on Latin. It's useful in so many ways, but especially for understanding manuscripts.
Wonderful! A beautiful language used in the greatest empire in the ancient world. Tell me, what is your favorite sententia? Oh boy. Sententia.
Yeah, I picked Latin.
Oh my god, I like both of these a lot. Alright, we'll just do this one because this is an intellectual conversation. I don't think we should bring up farts.
Remember to tell the tale of another's kindness many times, but whatever kind deed you do for others, keep quiet.
Yes, Cato the Younger, an unflinching defender of the Roman Republic. But what did his principles get him? Death at the hands of Caesar? It's all anybody got back then.
Not quite true, he died by his own hands. And when Caesar learned of it, he said, Cato, I resent you for your death, for you denied me the chance to spare you.
This was written by a man, just because of the fart thing? A bitter end, but not without a measure of sweetness. There's the Abbey. I have good memories of this place, and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing.
How did you come to know of him? How did you come to know of Kurosawa at all?
Well, you know, I'm a big fan of the Seven Samurai, and... Oh, I thought you said Kurosawa. My family have been patrons of Kurosawa for, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago I heard that Kurosawa still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over much of manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here.
Well, there's not much left of it these days. 2 old men, a young scribe, and me.
Ah well, perhaps it is nostalgia that brings me back here. I commissioned a manuscript through Father... not a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on its progress. Wow, you have to wait a year? Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations.
I know the work, but no, I do know the art as well, the Venerable Brother Piero.
How venerable?
He still has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with color.
Then I very much look forward to seeing it. I really don't like these fucking spelling errors. I don't know why it's doing it.
Oh, look at this horse's ass.
Nicholas, tend to the horses and baggage. I'm heading up to the Abbey.
Yes, my lord.
And for God's sake, don't fuck the horses again.
Yes, Alan Rickman's coming. I was saving him for the main guy in the Abbey.
Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Wow, what a piece of ass. Oh, nuns. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have a monk and nuns, even if they are separated. The church closed, most of them centuries ago. But then, Curacao was a place out of time in more ways than one. Why were they closed? Monks and nuns living side by side cannot behave themselves. Nuns are so very, very horny. I don't blame them, though. The church shouldn't either. It's just human nature, after all. You and me, baby, we're basically mammals, so let's do it like we do in the Discovery Channel. Yeah, this looks like it. Let's see. Ah, you must be Father Gano. I am Lawrence Baronov. Yes, the Baron of Rothergill. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. Ah, if you say so. I'm not very good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I rode ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Well, yes. I mean, no, it's no trouble. Did you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, oh, yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. Ta-ta for now. I'm off. Andres, I don't know what you are doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. Oof. Oof. I want to ask her about the money. But I think I'm courting trouble. So let's, we're late anyway, so fuck it. Of course, Father, I'm eager to get to work. Then get to work. Oh, shit. I should have asked him about an advance on the goodness taxes. Maybe I could just convince Brother Matteo to pay me early. Okay, so I fucked up. Find a way to get paid. Okay, so we got the shrine, we got the lower abbey, we have the church. Let's see what's going on in the shrine. Abacus. Hello, nuns. Gertrude. God bless you, Master Maynard. How goes your work in the scriptorium? Oh, very well, thank you. Oh, then I guess you shouldn't be interested in the saffron Agnes Stignatum received yesterday. The saffron? What? Saffron? Really? Where'd you hear that? Sister Matilda saw her at the Albans, whatever. Maybe you can convince Prior Frank to get some for your yellows. Good to know. How's Mousefinger? She's around here somewhere, hopefully getting to the baby rabbits before Sister Matilda does. Until later, Sister Gertrude. Bless you, Andreas. Maybe I'll see you by the shrine of St. Sanchio one of these days. Or not. God bless you, Master Mailer. Oh, she's uptight. A reliquary containing the hand of St. Moritz, which is said to have once held the Holy Lance. That being the lance that stabbed Christ on the crucifix? Marguerite. God bless you, Brother Piero. No, wait. It's Master Maynard. I thought you couldn't see, Sister Marguerite. During the day, I can see some colours.
How did you know it was me?
Oh, by the stench.
Yes, this is very fucking odd.
You and Brother Piero both smell of the pigments you use. But you're taller, and you have another smell to you, like fish or burnt almonds.
Okay, no, I am not hitting on a nun. Even I have standards. Oh, that's linseed oil. I use it, he doesn't.
I'll ask Sister Gertrude about it.
How are Sister Gertrude's herbs coming?
Oh, we'll have a dispensary up and running by the end of the week. Then we are all going to get fucking shit-faced. It's too early to tell. Most of them won't be growing until May. Still working with herbs suits me.
Have a good day, Sister Margaret. See you later. Oh, wait, shit, sorry.
Bless you, Master Mailer. God bless you.
Father Mathian maintains the shrine along with some of the sisters who paint badges for pilgrims. Badges? We don't need no stinking badges. Vámonos! Alright, so we didn't need to go to the shrine. Let's see what's going down in the lower abbey. Oh, that's just here. Hello, horses. Oh wait, can I go down here though? Yes, I can, okay. The guest house. Let's see what's going on in the guest house. Klaus? I don't know. Go be with you, Andres. Oh, yeah, we can do that, okay. Oh, go be with you, Andres. Okay. Oh, the Abbot house is locked. Alright, did you drink? Are you mixing popcorn with alcohol, and is that a good thing? Now, what was beyond the church? Let's see what's in the cloister. Oh my god. Oh my god, who is this fucking guy? Oh no. Okay. I'm not. I guess we give him a poop voice. God give you health, Master Mailer. Brother Sabat, I am surprised to see you still here. As am I, but I will be leaving soon, returning to Rome. I and my bishop regret that we could not reciprocate Father Rudolph's generosity earlier. He showed much kindness to our priests at the Council of Constance many, many years ago. Will you remain in Rome? That is up to my bishop, but I will miss these mountains in any case. You should travel to Ethiopia, Master Mailer, and see the highlands. God has blessed my home with wondrous beauty. My accent isn't that far off. I would love to someday. I still need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop. Yes, someday. Until then, if you are ever in Rome, do as the Romans do. I will still be around. I've only made it as far south as Florence, but I'd like to see Rome. By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it would be nice to share a meal with you and some of the townsfolk. The townsfolk? I am accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like these, but I've had kind words with the baker and his wife. Ah, yes, the Albans, Ulrich and Gret. I offered to tell a story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Gret seemed excited about the idea, but I would be more comfortable if you were there as well. I can certainly make time. Thank you, Andres. I look forward to it. God to give you health. Actually, I'm a doctor. I make my own health. Alright, we have to do this systematically because this place is huge. We got us a one-eyed monk. St. Luke, the patron of artists, is also the patron of healers. The one tool he has is a fucking bone saw. God bless you, Andreas. Brother Florian, how are you? The brothers and sisters are well, so I am well, thank God. Andreas, have you spoken to Klaus Drucker lately? Yes, quite recently. Why? I believe he may be receiving a medical text from Bologna soon. I'm quite interested in it, especially since it is concerning sandwiches mostly. S'allegre l'Italiano. Can you read Italian? No, little Italian, and my Latin is not as good as I would like. I was hoping Brother Piero could help me with it, if he has the time. I'm sure he will make time. He is a patient teacher. That he is. I will see you later, Andreas. Until then. Most of these medicines were made by Agnes Steinrun with some help from Sister Gertrude. Okay. A Dance of Death mural. Father Matthias had it painted a few years before his death. It's beautiful. Holy fuckaroni. This place is huge. Oh, forget it. Not now. Oh, there's the church. Might as well just get this out of the way. Rudiger. God bless you, Andreas. Has your voice yet recovered from Easter Mass, Rudiger? Oh yes, it was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Well, if the Lord could give us his all on Easter... Exactly. Have a good day in the scriptorium. Have a good day singing. You know, it just occurred to me that there hasn't been any music in this up till, like... Yeah, I'm exploring a little. I mean, I don't even know where the scriptorium is. Holy shit, there is so much to do in here. Okay, that's closed. Oh, wait, Matthias... Okay, Matthew. God bless you, Andreas. How is your sacristy today, Matthias? The same as yesterday. Does my vocation seem silly to you, Master Mera? No, I was just being friendly. Then go in peace, friend, knowing that the Abbey's treasures are secure for another day. God be with you. One more thing, I have a favor to ask you. Yes, Andres? I was hoping you could give me... I was hoping you could give me my pay for the latest manuscript early. This isn't part of the agreement you made with Father Ganner. You'll be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript you illuminate, not before. I only have a few pages left, Brother Matteo. I'll finish them in the next few days anyway. Then I think you can wait a few days to collect your wages. This abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments.
Breaking such contracts could cause undue trouble, and not only for Curacao, but for Tasing as well. I don't like this little prick. Is that why Father Abbot has increased the taxes on the Gurtners? What is this about, Andreas? They asked me for the rent early. I would not have expected Peter Gunner of people to beg you a lodger for help. His wife asked me. That must have been difficult for her. I'm sorry, Andreas. If you seek remedy to the Gertner situation, plead your case to Father Gunner. The matter is pressing, Brother Matthias. In the name of Christian charity, isn't there anything you can do? Oh, he's bringing up that shit again. This is money I would be paid eventually, and it will be of great relief to the Gertners. Well, I think I did a good thing. Very well, do not ask this of me again, Andres Manna. Here you are. I shall note this with Father Gano and Prior Fernick. Thank you, Brother Matteo. God bless you, Andreas. Alright, now that I've got my payment, I can give Clara the rent early. Yeah, no, fuck that. I'll give it to her directly. Get down to the crypt. The foundations of the abbey were built when the Romans occupied this land, not long after the death of Christ. These tomb markings go back centuries, all the way to the founding of the abbey. Abbot Dietrich, from the height of Cursa's power in the 14th century. Those days have long passed. This place is a real shithole now. A lovely relief of the Virgin and a child. Shame it's hidden down here. That's a really conspicuous key there. That was it. I got an achievement. Cryptic Solutions. Now what? A secret entrance to the library. I have to remember this. Oh. I can't just go there now? Okay. The tower! Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Sanctuary! Sanctuary! Okay, not much to do down here. Up here, rather. Alright, let's go down to the dorm. I think we've been to the cloister? Well, there's the scriptorium, which is where I'm supposed to be going. So we'll go to here.
what is this? A volvel? I've seen these before in astronomy and medical tracks. What's this one for? 2 wheels. The top wheel has Greek letters with holes cut out to reveal Latin letters underneath. And the outer edge of the lower wheel is divided into 4 sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. 24 holes, enough to cover all letters in the Greek and Latin alphabets. A quarter turn of the upper disc allows a different elemental symbol at the top of the lower disc. I am so fucking confused. Given the number of letters and the size of the disc, there's enough space for a total of 4 versions of the Latin alphabet. And that reveals a different set of letters underneath. This is like a Rosetta Stone or it's like a decoder ring, actually. I wonder what it's for. A cipher of some sort. I need to investigate more. This has to be connected to something else around here. I can't just take it with me, I gotta leave it there? I'm just gonna go to the cemetery and then we'll go to the scriptorium. The apple trees have only started to bloom. It will be months before they bear fruit. Oh, Jesus, he skids to a... The animal pens? Oh wait, I bet you that's where the horses are. A monument to the founder of the abbey. It's fairly recent. The funds were donated by her descendants. Jesus, that's kind of creepy. The abattoir? Volkbert. Good day, Andreas. Would you please let me continue shoveling my pig shit? Alright. Enough of this palaver. Come on, Andreas, get up the steps. Come on. Oh, you just hit the button. Let's get to the scriptorium and get to work. We gotta earn that money we just took. What you working on, guy? Good day, Andreas. How is your morning going, brother guy? It's fine. More contracts for the Orbit. Which would you rather be making, contracts or manuscripts? I almost slipped into Rickman there, sorry. I honestly don't care, Andreas. As long as the abbot is impressed, he can have me write the first chapter of Genesis until Judgment Day. Does the abbot's opinion mean that much to you? The abbots and the priors, both. Popcorn's gone already, wow. You're lucky. When you're done with this, you're going home. I'm never going to see Burgundy again. I need to make the best of the next 40 years. Then I'll leave you to it. Air Doc. God bless you, Andreas. How are you feeling today, brother Air Doc? Or mill? Or mill. That's easy. I am well. Oh, it's an anagram. Everybody likes popcorn. I would find it hard to find someone who doesn't like popcorn. Well done, my son. It is early. I will give you a harder one later. That's what she said. No, wait. That's what I said to her. Fuck. I look forward to all your anagrams, brother Aduck. Later on that. Ah, yes, until then.
Hey, ya bat! It's in the...
Piero.
Andreas, God bless you. So good to see you.
Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well.
I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming.
Big George Gretner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming.
Brother Adak has been here long enough that we can always...
Oh, I'm sorry. Brother Adoc has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Smells like bleach.
Do not forget, Brother Guy, the fate of the youths who jeered the aged prophet and Elisha outside of Bethel.
Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Adoc?
I am comparing you to an impudent youth whom the Lord, in his ineffable wisdom, may choose to strike down.
Do I want to stick my nose in this? Alright, fuck it. Brother Guy, do please show respect to Brother Adoc. You're being mean-spirited. Stay out of this, Andreas. The old fart can defend himself well enough.
I need no defense against the likes of you. God protects his faithful against the iniquitous.
Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Friar Fenwick is not overseeing us today. He was here, but he heard Florence Rothgo had arrived, and he hurried out like a little mouse. Fenwick is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothgo. It's pathetic.
You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior only to speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful.
Oh no, Baron Rothwell, his manuscript. I just realized that he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course that's why he's visiting. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. I'm going to use my special abilities. The true craftsman cares more about the quality than simply being fast. With skill comes speed. Sadly, it may elude you forever. But if all I had to do was raise letters, I suppose I'd be fast too. Or I would rather take my time than compromise quality. I actually prefer this one. Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else.
Andreas, Baron Rothgo is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including Prince Bishop of... everything? Curacao is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention.
Well, if Friar Fenwick isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. Oh, that's right. I need to reference the Indermauer manuscript. Don't we have to go to the library?
The wizard's not on!
Zadina.
What you want, Andreas?
A book. Indermauer manuscript, the Book of Hours.
Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep?
What do you mean?
I mean, did you sleep alone, or...?
Oh, why do you want to know?
It would be nice to have something to think about during divine reading.
Should you be thinking about my cock while you're doing divine reading? Have you considered the Lord and his cock?
You really are a clown on a sunny day, Andreas.
Could I just get the book, please?
That's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it?
I'm sorry, but I really can't. I need it for reference.
Really? My feet hurt and the stairs are so steep. I'm just going to ask Illuminata to get it. Sister Illuminata! Andreas needs a book and is being inappropriate with me.
Oh, dear God.
Andreas?
Sister Illuminata, I'd like to borrow the Intermauer manuscript, the Book of Hours.
Yes, I overheard. Here, please return it promptly.
Thank you, dear.
Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming?
Of course, your opinion is always welcome, but I'm the artist.
Yes, the composition is lovely. There is a joyful spirit in the arrangement of the figures. The contrast of colours is also quite nice. Rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene.
Oh, is that all? I don't feel right. I don't know why. It doesn't feel right, excuse me. I can't even read.
It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work.
What do you mean? It's all my work.
My son, you're copying the illustration from the Endemauer manuscript almost exactly.
So, what's wrong with that? Haven't I improved on it?
Aesthetically, yes, it's wonderful, but I feel you may not have given much thought to what it represents.
It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs to the forest to forage on acorns before the slaughter.
Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it. Even Father Gano.
What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted.
But it is not the way November is. Art is illusion, storytelling, but in their most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to truth.
Technique, yada yada. Sorry.
Only you can answer that, Andreas. There was a time that I marveled at my own technique. But there's a reason we monks do not usually identify ourselves with our work. It foments pride, vanity, those 7 deadly sins bullshit. With time, I learned to take simple satisfaction in helping to spread truth to others. On Twitter. Sorry, on X. But you need not listen to my opinions, they are just the thoughts of an old monk. There is no place for the monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time.
Does that make you sad?
I admit I am still fond of the old styles of lettering and illumination, but even in my youth I knew it could not last. The creation of books, of art, is no longer the province of monasteries, so be it.
Or can you no longer hoard all the knowledge into yourself, you pricks?
More people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and in doing so be brought to truth. The more people that can read, the more misinformation we can spread.
No. Ew. That's a horrible thing to say. I think there will always be a place for artists like you and Brother Airdock.
Ahem.
And Brother Guy.
It's kind of you to say so, Andreas, but you need not be concerned for me. I'm almost dead. I have lived a long life and am now happy to have served the Lord. When he calls for me, I am ready.
Sanctuary! Sanctuary!
Where's the time gone? It is already terse? Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. Until later, Andreas. Until later. I am creating. What are you doing then? What's going on in here? I'm artist stuff. I don't know. Andreas, what was that noise? Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Illuminata. I knocked a bowl of paint on the floor. But then Prior Farin came in, wrote in one of his books, slammed it closed, and left. He was in such a hurry, I don't think he even noticed me. He was slamming but shut. Prior Farin should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. Mm-hmm. Which is why the book should not be taken out of the library unless it is necessary for divine reading or works of the scriptorium. Are you still mad at me for borrowing the Chronica Clara? No, anger is not an appropriate response for a nun. But the fact remains that you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason. Wait, what? I did? You sound angry. You should not interpret my disappointment as anger. You should also understand where it is directed. It is ultimately my fault, but it's my responsibility to be more vigilant about what books you can take from the library. Jesus Christ. Now, if you excuse me... Wait, what's all this fuss about Lorenz Rothvogel? Why is Prior Ferenc so nervous? Lorenz? I didn't know you were familiar enough with the man to use his Christian name. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the Prior and Father Abbot have. I only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years. And he's paid enough to help the Abbey when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? I can't remember. You know, I have my own responsibilities to attend to. Piss off. How about this, Andrews? If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron. Of course, I help in any way I can. Thank you. It's for the good of the Abbey. Where should I begin? Out there, where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium. I will tell you what books I'm looking for. Find them and return them to me. The first books are 2 volumes of the Aeneid. Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick. Make up your own jokes, people. Inches are inches. Oh, I know the ones. They're among Piero's favorites. He keeps them by my desk. They are not his to keep. Holy shit, excuse me. He keeps... Oh, they're right there. There's a fair amount of wear on these. I hope you don't mind. Those volumes were old even when Piero started to make his copies. How long ago was that? 3 years. The Aeneid is not one of my favorite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero. I guess it appeals to anyone who's into threesomes. Aeneas chose his duty to the gods over his lover, Dido. Dido? And I want to thank you for giving me the best days of my life. See, yeah, I'm rubbing off on you. Waka waka waka. Ah! Big jokes on the brain. How did I get over here?
Italian non sponte sequel.
I do not go to Italy willingly. I did not make you for a scholar of Roman poetry, Andres.
The words sit easily in my memory, I'm not sure why.
Probably out of love rather than duty.
Do you think Aeneas' sense of duty appeals to Piero?
We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes his more seriously than most of the others in this abbey.
You clearly take your chosen vocation seriously.
Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. Few women do.
Is it really that bad as being a woman that limiting? I mean, you know. You know what, I'm not even going to make a comment about this because I'm going to get in fucking trouble. I actually agree with this. True, she knows her life better than I do. You're right, of course.
I appreciate that you understand how limited our roles and our choices truly are.
What is this, like Gumby? They just walk into books?
Even in stories, we are maidens to be rescued and wed, cruel seducers of men, or wizened crones. Like Dido, we ordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men, you fuckers. We can never be the protagonists of our own stories.
Oh, okay, that really changes out here in the 2000s, honey.
No woman is exempt from that. From the empress to a nun, it is our lot in life.
I suppose I understand now why you are not a fan, fond of Aeneid.
It's fine poetry. For men. Now, the books, if you please. Thank you. Next, Wretched Giren. This is a printed copy, green cover, diamond pattern. I do not have the size in the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough.
I know what you're talking about. Brother Adak was reading it. The beauty of this book truly belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the RB owns a copy.
We don't. It belongs to Amadea Russo of Lugano. It's a Venetian edition that's quite valuable. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost, and the Abbey has received 3 letters about it.
I've certainly seen the brothers enjoying it.
That book is not appropriate reading for the Benedictine monks. A baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant, then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments.
You forgot the best part. In the end, Guarin learns he has royal blood, the son of a duke. He reigns as a king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love?
Benedictines should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. I'm a little torn here.
Let me take a drink and think on this. What's the harm is going to piss her off. But then, better suited for names like me, makes me look like a flirty asshole with a nun.
I am a knave.
Alright. I suppose you're right. It's better suited for knaves like me.
It's not my place to reprimand anyone for reading stories, least of all you, Andreas. Still, we must be on guard. Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women.
What are you, Master Yoda? Fantasy leads to temptation? Temptation has led to downfall of many men and women. Sometimes, yes, but books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? Killing guys, fucking broads, you know how it is.
To die better than we are born.
And what's the problem with that? Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king?
There is neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female, for you are all one in Jesus Christ.
We may be one in Christ, but we are not equal in this world.
It isn't this world you should be concerned with, Andreas. Remember, this is just a staging ground for heaven. But the book, Andreas, we must return it. Or would you like the abbot to receive a fourth letter?
Oh, I hate to see the brothers disappointed, but I understand.
Why didn't they just copy it?
Humans need fantasy to be human. Ah, okay.
It's not my goal to deprive the brothers of their joy, but to return Amadea Rusco's property. The book, please.
Okay, fine. I'm sure they'll find some other jerk-off material in town.
There's only one book left, then you'll be freed from bondage.
I rather like bondage, but go ahead.
A dark red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inches across, 2 inches thick.
What is it?
The description should be sufficient.
I don't know why you won't tell me, but alright, I'll find it. Brother Guy, what were you... This is really gonna be dirty.
I don't read anything but hardcore pornography involving animals.
Well, now that I think about it, Guy has always been guarded about this book. Like he was hiding it.
Very good. Please bring it here.
What is this, anyway? Oh, maybe I should have learned French at some point.
Oh, son of a bitch. Not knowing French fucked me up.
Bastard script, elegant descenders. What is this?
It's primitive chutes and ladders. Give it here. Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me.
Oh.
Bow. Bow, bow.
I haven't asked you so many questions. I've asked one question twice, and you haven't answered me.
I have good reason not to answer you.
Oh, I'll wait.
3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. Its author shared the same fate.
What? Why?
I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of one bishop, much less 3. Before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason. Quiet, I'm listening to reason!
R.I.P. Pee-wee. So the book is dangerous. When did the bishops condemn it?
$200 ago.
Really? What? Why? Why is it still here?
Because Father Matthias loved books. All books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. You came all the way to Berlin for the book, but without a map it is useless.
It tells me that goose-stepping morons like yourself ought to try reading books instead of burning them. Absolutely, and he was right to do so. Books shouldn't be destroyed, even if the content is in question.
The Holy Church does not share your opinion. It is their law we must contend with, not your emotions.
Oof. Oh, this is getting into a dangerous area.
Yeah, I'm not sure where this is going.
It really isn't my place to go telling her the church was wrong. But fuck it. The church was wrong.
I'm not going to debate this with you, Andres, and Father Matthias is gone. It's not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Gannot learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed.
Well, now I want to use my big brain option. How did Father Gennaro even know the book was here?
Melissa Cecilia made a note of it in the inventory when she was the librarian.
Must the book be destroyed? No one even knows that it's here.
I do. So do Mother Cecilia and Father Gennaro.
But I refuse to give it to you if all you're going to do is destroy it.
What? Why not? What are you going to do with it?
I'm not sure. I'll hide it. Keep it safe.
Give me that book or the deal is forfeit. I won't tell you anything about Baron Rothengold.
A compromise. I'll be gone by the time Father Gennaro asks about it, and if you like, you can say I stole it. I doubt he'll make a fuss about me stealing a book you wanted destroyed.
I don't like this, Andreas. It feels wrong in my heart.
Persuade Illuminata. Okay, I did this right, even though I didn't understand what I'm doing. I swear I'll take it far away. It's been out of here for years, and besides, how could you have stopped me? You're an artist, buddy. Don't get too cocky.
I'm trusting you in this, Andreas. Against my better judgment. Don't make me regret this.
Don't worry, I won't. Achievement unlocked. Simple soul. Okay, now that I've convinced the nun to blaspheme, let's get out of here. Let's talk to Illuminata, make sure there's no hard feelings.
Now then, Baron Rothko, quickly though. I need to finish up here soon.
She may only have time to answer one question, so I should choose carefully. He also mentioned that Father Matthias had a copy and was looking for another to verify its contents. Oh, and yeah, okay. Do you know anything about the book?
I've heard of it, but I have never read it, and I know little about its contents. The subject is broad, and I believe the book deals specifically with the Roman occupation of this land.
What about that could have upset Father Matthias so much?
I can't claim any deep insights into the former abbot's mind. I understood him to be a virtuous and charitable man, sometimes to a fault. It is not always best when an abbot considers himself a friend to his brothers instead of their shepherd.
She doesn't know anything about the book, so I'm going to ask her about this. Do you prefer Father Gennaro to Father Matthias?
My vocation requires me to obey.
My preferences are irrelevant. Thank you, you fucking pork.
But every child would choose that their parents err toward love. To err toward love is to stumble at the feet of God. I don't even know what that fucking means, but okay. Well, I must be off to Mass. Thank you again for your help, Andreas. Smile devilishly.
I suppose you'll be leaving via the crypt?
I don't know why you were poking around down there like a grave robber, but that entrance isn't for you. One of the lords of the old keep must have had it built in times to escape in times of siege. It allows the sisters to access the library without distracting the brothers with our voluminous robes and our curvy hips. Please do not abuse this knowledge.
Of course not, sister.
Thank you. I appreciate your discretion. This horn dog's trying to fuck a fucking nun.
Fail successfully is a good enough way to put it, I suppose.
Good day, Andreas. God be with you. Heathen.
That's the bell for Sext! I didn't know this was that kind of monastery. Bow, bow, wow. That's the bell for sex. The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. I should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. I think he's working at the guest house below the abbey. Okay, dinner with Otto. Oh, wait. That was the guest house up there, I think. No, that's the prior's house. Nope, abattoir. Don't want to go in there. Martin? Martin! Oh, the map. I should probably look at the map. Ah, what is it? Leave me alone. Alright, I'll apologize. I was hoping to see you, Martin. I wanted to apologize for calling you an idiot. What am I doing with your apology? Stop it up, you stupid fat nose, Andreas. Just go away. I'm busy. What exactly are... No, you are not joining us for dinner. What exactly are you doing? Mind your own business. I'm only curious, and curiosity is a virtue. You're nothing but a snoop and windbag. Piss off. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Shit, there was somebody... There's somebody sitting out here. Andrus. Good day, Master Mailer. Otto.
Ah, Andreas, good to see you. I trust Clara gave you my message.
Afternoon, Andrus. Otto. Wait. Afternoon, Andrus. Otto. Clara did give me your message. Sorry I missed you this morning. I was still asleep when you came by.
Ah, the abbot really lets you get away with anything, doesn't he?
Leave me be, Otto. I'm hungry. Let's pray. Bless us, O Lord, and those your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Oh, wrong guy.
Through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Amen. How did the morning treat you? I'm not going to bitch about my things. Not too bad, thanks.
My damn Dan, splitting timber to replace a bad beam in the abbot's house.
Alright. Rye bread, sheep's milk cheese, almonds.
Nom 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 nom. It's not that bad of an injury. It just galls me that the abbot bleeds us dry and we're expected to work where and when it suits him. Nom 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 nom.
Oh, it's not all that bad. I get a lot of good work from the abbey. Casting pilgrim badges isn't really smithing, but I don't mind. Oh, that's the smithy. Oh.
Nom 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 nom. Anyway, I saw you walking with Baron Rothgood in the meadow on your way up here. What's that all about?
Jesus! I think we'll take the first one. He's here to check on a commission. I understand he was friendly with Father Matthias.
He was, although Father Matthias had some misgivings about the Baron.
Oh. What kind of misgivings?
He fools around about with young women. He's married, of course.
Oh, that's only gossip. It isn't Christian to spread rumours like that.
It's not gossip that he beat up a farmer a few years back. Old Ranning, may he rest in peace.
Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But if he did that, yes, it speaks poorly of his character.
Huh. Oh no, he does.
We had a long conversation on our way up here, but he didn't mention anything about that.
What did you talk about then? I mean, no offence, but what does a nobleman have in common with an artist?
Martin Luther is my time at university, a variety of other things. He's quite well educated.
Sure. I imagine you have a lot of time to read when you don't have to worry where your next meal is going to come from.
Bitterness and envy are not good for our Christian souls, Otto.
It's not envy, Andreas. No one should get away with what he does. What this abbey does?
Oh, you are really taking things into the wrong hands here, buddy.
No offence to you, Andreas. I don't have any problem with the books the abbey makes. I mean, I never did learn to read, but if people are paying the abbey to make them, it doesn't bother me.
No, I understand. The abbot's a bitch. He's a harsh lord. Otto, did you see that the Bower's sheep escaped the grazing fields again?
No, but I'm not surprised. Martin was supposed to fix that fence, and he probably did a bad job at it. He's always in the foul mood, and he can be the laziest soul in Tassing. He can't even hold a hammer properly. Married and a father at such a young age, and he barely lifts a finger for his wife or his child. On top of that, he's a damn thief. Before you say it, Andreas, it's more than just gossip. Look at him, over by the guest house. He's probably figuring out what he can steal with the least amount of effort.
I admit he did seem less than helpful when I saw him this morning.
I doubt he'll ever amount to much of anything.
Speaking of the Bower sheep, their ewes are shorn, and the women will be spinning it soon. Otto.
I got it, Andreas. No need to tease. What God wants to happen will happen.
Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Looks like a storm's coming. We should probably get back to it.
Or just smell it again. Right. I'll catch up in a moment, Andreas. Oh, Andreas, say hello to Eva for me when you get a chance.
Of course. I shall return to work in the scriptorium until later. Time to get back to work.
What? You've been standing looking through that window for hours.
That's what?
In the rain. Alright. Since you said it... Sorry, I'm just looking through this.
Wow, we've met a lot of people so far. Jesus Christ. Oh, let's...
God bless you, Andreas.
Hello, Brother Matthias. What are you doing out here?
I thought you were aware that in addition to my role as Kishau's sacrist, I tend to the shrine of Saint Maudit's. He is the patron of Tersing and Kirsau both, so it is my duty to ensure his reliquary is well cared for.
The shrine is always beautifully kept. Whenever I visit, it is always in great condition.
The martyrdom of Saint Maudit's provides inspiration for us all. You are familiar with the life of Saint Maudit's, are you not?
I've been so focused on my masterpiece, I never had a moment to learn about St. Moritz.
But you ought to learn something about the Tassing's patron saint while you're here.
By all means.
St. Moritz is most widely known for his martyrdom at the hands of the Romans. He protected a town of Christians from slaughter, and in turn he and his legions were decimated.
I don't know if I like that snarky little thing, but okay. Ah, for God's sake. From Decimus. Anyway, you said his legion...
Don't care.
Anyway, well, you said his legion. Wouldn't that mean he was a Roman soldier?
Yes, he was a Roman citizen and led a legion made up entirely of Christians into Bavaria. When he refused to kill the Christians, even though they were traitors to Rome, the emperor had his legion massacred. Do you like that word better? Most of the pilgrims who visit come knowing only this, if anything, about his life. However, Tassing venerates St. Moritz because he was the one to convert the town and save it from destruction.
Yes, I've been hearing about some of the pagan history in town.
There are some in Tassing who still cling to the pagan traditions, yes. God save them. St. Moritz and his legion were snowed into the pass, and the pagan townsfolk refused to aid them. The daughter of the town's leader, Satya, was moved in spirit and snuck from the town to convert. She led the Moritz to a spring, and as soon as she was baptized, the snow melted, revealing all manner of fruits. Yeah, I'll bet. Moritz and his legion were saved by these miraculous gifts, and the town was converted, and the rebels fled into the mountains.
What happened to Satya? Oh boy, here we go.
She too was martyred for her faith by the rebels inhabiting the town. Now her shrine protects Tassing from harm.
What an astounding story. Thank you for the history lesson, Brother Matthias.
You're welcome, Master Mailer. God bless you.
Until later, brother.
Carl. Hello, Andres. Oh no, that was Klaus. Damn.
Hello, Carl. You seem busier than usual lately. I'm behind on my work. Went up to the shrine of St. Moritz this morning to pay for his aid. The candle I lit had all but burned away. I was there for so long now, I need to catch up. Did you think of just trying mustard? Your dedication to St. Moritz is impressive. I'm sorry. I had to work early today. And we're not doing this. Tonight's a midnight end. Sorry. Oh well, truth be told, I only started going to the shrine more often when Helena became pregnant. Her mother had trouble in childbirth, so I've been paying visits to Moritz and Tia's shrine to pray for their aid. I hope the saints hear your prayers. Thank you, Andreas. So do I. Convent garden? Where was that? Oh my god, there's so much to do here.
Bless you, Master Mallet. God bless you, Master Mallet.
Sister Matilda, how are you doing?
Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men unless it's necessary to perform our work.
Ah, forgive me, sorry to bother you.
Thank you, Master Mallet.
Alright, I shouldn't talk to any of these broads.
Kitty! Pet mouse banger! Yay! 10 out of 10.
Sister Gertrude drives the stores over herbs here. Oh, I have to go up there. Hold on.
Sophie.
Cinquefoil. It grows so easily, and some consider it a weed.
No, no, stop talking to her.
Wundswort. Naturally growing. I had to buy it back in Nuremberg. Oh, is that Mary? 'Cause she looks pissed. A painting of Hildegard of Bingen, Mother Cecilia's favorite. Well, we could surely see the appeal. The doors to the convent are locked to outsiders, men at least. Damn, I can almost smell the estrogen. Ah, feverfew. It always smells so fresh. Sister Gertrude is wise to have some in the garden. Oh! Alright, I'll talk to Cecilia.
God bless you, Andres.
God bless you, Mother Cecilia.
Is there something I can help you with?
I noticed that you took the sisters inside when I walked up with the Baron.
What concern of it is yours?
It just seemed unusual. It's not unusual to have nuns for everyone.
The Baron arrived to see the abbot in the scriptorium. It isn't appropriate for the sisters to interact with men. Which is why it's okay for us to talk to you.
The sisters interact with me.
As they need to, at my discretion. The Baron is an important visitor and a patron of the Abbey, but there is no need for him to speak with the sisters or with me.
I see, that makes sense. Thank you, Mother Cecilia.
Until later, you meddling fool.
Until then. I was wondering where you kept the sisters' underwear. Oh, never mind. This door must lead to the rest of the convent. Not for me.
Victime Pascali.
Oh, who is this? Volkbert? Good day, Andreas.
I don't actually want to see the lavatorium.
For shits and giggles, quite literally. Excuse me. Not much to see there, okay. When the brothers eat their meals, this is where the lector reads to them. Oh. I might as well see what's cooking in the kitchen. I did eat. Oh, it was lastly bread and cheese, though.
Oh, my name is Lucas. I live on the 2nd floor. I live upstairs from you. Hello, Andreas.
How goes it in the kitchen? Is Brother Voslav working you hard?
Not too bad. Brother Voslav is nice to me. It's Father Abbot and Brother Prior who make things hard.
How so?
I shouldn't complain. They just like their food a certain way, and I'm not that good at cooking yet.
I'm sure that Brother Voslav would teach you well in time.
Brother Aerdok complains about his food too, but he complains to Brother Worslow.
What does Brother Adak know about food anyway? He has no tongue. He's from Cornwall.
I don't even know where that is.
It's a land of the west, across the sea, where all they eat is fish. Geography jokes to a monk, am I right?
Sounds miserable, but that's always what he complains about, the fish.
He just likes to complain, I think. Don't lose heart, Brother Lucas. You're still learning.
Thanks. See you later, Andreas.
Until later. For God's sake, stop using so much goddamn spice.
Ooh, let's see what's in the cellar.
Ah! Voslav. Good day, Andreas. How's living with the Gürtners? Good, we get along well enough. Well, Peter can be a thorny one. But maybe he's nicer to the townsfolk than he is to us from the Abbey. Yeah, he does have a sore spot for the Abbey. Father Gannat does not lean hard on them. The peasants, I mean. Peter is like the creaking leg of a stool that can no longer bear the weight placed on it. Do you sympathize with him? I'm not trying to start trouble, Andreas. I'm just saying I understand. Anyway, if I don't see you around the Abbey later, maybe I'll see you in Tassing tomorrow. Until then. Oh, Gernot's out here. Andres. God, this place is huge. Okay. Dormitory, Old Bailey. Got it. At least that map is pretty easy to read. I'm working. Oh god, another one. What voices haven't I used yet? Oh, you know what? Let's give him Gollum.
Brother Ed, this work. I don't know where to start. Inconsistent spacing, rough strokes. You're working like you want to see this place closed. Brother Pryor, I am working to the best of my abilities, and I dispute your criticism. I may not be fast, but I still have my talent, praise be God.
Ooh, we get... Oh, Columbo or Pinky. Jesus, yeah. Maybe we'll make him Columbo now that I think about it, because Gollum's just too close to this other guy.
And Brother Guy, why are you still on this page? Pardon me, Brother Guy. There's one thing I don't understand. Why are you still on this page? What's wrong with you? Normally, you're so reliable.
Many apologies, Brother Pryor. I will work harder.
Let's see, who else can I harass down here? Piero, I can't believe this. Baron Rothvogel has come to check on his progress, and this is all you have. You should have finished this months ago. Is your mind so corrupted by age that you didn't notice the seasons have changed? Well, you're not the one who will have to answer for it, so why should you care? Typical.
Wow. These two options are both kind of prickly.
Andreas, I will remind you that I am master of the scriptorium, and you are a guest here.
I agree, Brother Pryor. Brother Piero's work is unacceptably slow.
You are insufferable, Brother Guy.
Oh, God, give me the patience to endure this.
Please, everyone, there's my work, and I accept responsibility for it. Prince is right. I am slow and old. Oh, Lord.
Friends, is this mine? It must be, yes? It is, my lord. I can explain.
No, I don't want excuses. I've come all this way, and I have to be honest, I expected more. It's nowhere near finished, and the style is... well, it's very old-fashioned. I thought I made my desires clear. Excuse me. I feel like my generosity toward Curacao is being taken advantage of. Am I the fool in this sad story? No, of course not, my lord, never. We can fix this, of course. Of course. We only want to accommodate you. Ah, Andreas, good to see you again. Let's see, how should I respond to this? The abbot already seems annoyed. It acknowledges him respectfully without being overly familiar. My lord? Father Gano, why not have Andreas complete the rest of the stations? He's clearly capable. Well, my lord, why not have Brother Guy complete it if speed is your No, I'm not talking about the script, that's fine, but the art, the illustrations. I want Andreas to do the others. Of course, I mean, if Andreas is alright with it. If it takes the pressure off Brother Piero, I'll be delighted to complete the work. There we have it. I hope this allays your concerns, my lord. Excellent. By the way, Father Abbot, am I still welcome at your table for supper? Naturally, my lord. Wonderful. I'd like Andreas to join us. Well, here's a sticky wicket. My lord, I've already made supper plans with the Drucker family in town. Nonsense, they can eat. You can eat with them any day. I'm only here for the evening. Well, Father? Well, that would be quite unusual. Unusual or not, I doubt that my good friend the Prince Bishop would deny additional guests at his table. What do you think? I understand. Yes, you're right, of course. Andreas may join us for supper. I look forward to it.
You had this planned.
What? I tried to get out of it.
You must have put your hook in the Baron this morning when you ambushed him in town.
Yeah, we're getting there. That's beyond ridiculous. Listen to yourself.
Brother Prior, Andres is not to blame for any of this. I am.
Yes, you are, and you've embarrassed me, the abbot, and the abbey.
Prior Prince is right, of course. No wonder we don't get more commissions.
Guy, can you stop flattering the prior for 1 minute? Did you get your nose out of his ass long enough to write something?
I am not getting in the middle of this.
Brothers! If you please, Sister Xenia and I would prefer it if you could keep the noise down. Ixnay on the oisnay, other fuckers may. It sounds like Samson slaying the Philistines in here.
Of course. Get back to work, everyone.
Well, that was not wonderful, but there's nothing to be done about it now. I'll finish my work here and wash up in the laboratorium for supper at the abbot's table. Supper at the abbot's table. Now, I assume that little symbol down there means it auto-saved, but I am going to look and see. Oh, no, that little symbol is the exit. Big head mode. Okay, 28 seconds ago, it auto-saved. Good. Alrighty, well, that's Pentiment. It's certainly interesting. We're probably going to come back to this tomorrow night. I'm not 100% sure. It'll depend mostly on what you guys thought. And I'll have to see how long it is. But we'll probably continue this tomorrow night. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. Thomas10273 on Twitch and Twitter, MSD3K on YouTube. Thank you, Lady M. I'll see you later tomorrow. As for me, be safe, be sane, and take care of yourselves. Enjoy your Saturday, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, it's very fucking weird. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.